Mazda John Ned in Acapulco, Mexico. Juanito is my nickname down here. I just saw that my posting yesterday about 14 reasons why life is better in Mexico. Several people responded to me just making passing reference to the male-female relationships are better in Mexico, and people curious about what that means. So I'm going to say a few words about that. One person said, well, maybe it means that there's less toxic masculinity in Mexico. That's true. That is true. Men are taught from early ages to have deep respect for the women in their lives. And the men are less violent in Mexico and generally. So catcall is less likely to lead to a violent encounter, which I guess can happen in the U.S. But there's more. The deeper thing is that men and women are less divided in Mexico, in traditional Mexican society. Men do not have to walk around on eggshells for fear of being accused of toxic masculinity. Or if they give a physical compliment to a woman, they're not likely to be accused of a catcall. I mean, as long as there have been men and women, men have said, you look great, and women have liked it. But there is a whole movement among entitled, educated, white, middle-class women in the U.S. to tell men you can't do that, and then you can't do that. And if you do that, I'm going to call you toxically masculine. Men are walking around on eggshells. The good men, the conscious men in America are afraid to death to look like a fucking man, to look masculine. And guess what? We are. We have different chemicals, different life experiences. We are more ready to throw a punch if we need to. That doesn't mean you're toxically masculine. I've done it. And it didn't mean I was toxically masculine. And then I was sticking up for somebody who needed to be stuck up for. Yeah. So in the U.S., men, the good men of America, are running scared from aggressive, toxic femininity, toxic feminism. I've been a feminist since my 20s, but there's a brand of toxic femininity, toxic feminism that's got men on the ropes and afraid to be real men, and they're not in Mexico. No, the guys are guys. They like being guys. They're masculine. They're rougher. They swear, and they will be physical if they have to. They're willing to defend their women. The fact that in the U.S. Will Smith almost got his career ended because when he was in the process of getting an Oscar for a movie where he was defending his daughters, that he defended his wife on the spot, and everybody called that toxically masculine. I was in Appalachia when that happened, and I went around asking Appalachian women, white women, what do you think of that? Well, it was great. That's what I want my men to do. Absolutely. That was, for me, one of the key signs that America has lost its way, the wokeness. Yes, the right is right about some elements of wokeness in the U.S. Let a guy be a guy. I have a tag I use in Mexico, the super cool Mexican cowboy stud. Guys who just love being guys, and the guys are good for each other. The guys have so much, men love being with other men, but they love their women. The men in Mexico are so sweet with their women and with their children. They're fabulous fathers. They're not toxically masculine, but they're masculine, and they're not afraid to be masculine. Yeah. I said it.